favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB in London.
Yeah. the whole world that Africa prospers and that Africa does well, and that we're able to overcome the challenges that we face in terms of, growing our economies, in terms of, providing education for our people, in terms of healthcare and all that. We can do things better. One, in Ghana, we've started with the reset agenda. We call it the reset agenda. We believe that the time has come for us to add value to our natural resources rather than just export them. And I'll give you a few examples. From colonial periods, we have been the second largest exporter of cocoa beans. Now, just about 30% of those cocoa beans are processed locally. The rest, 70%, is shipped abroad. Those beans that are shipped abroad represent jobs that are leaving Ghana because the processing takes place. Sometimes we have to import them back. So we are saying that, look, we want to raise processing to at least 50%. And so we're changing the model by which we finance cocoa purchases. We're raising those bonds ourselves. We took a bill to Parliament. Parliament has approved it. So we've changed that model to give us better control of our beans. I've also said that by 2030, we want to end raw ore, mineral ore exports. We want to process those ores here. Manganese and all of them are special minerals that are useful for the whole EV revolution and all that. Yeah. And so we can do some of the primary and secondary processing of those minerals here.
You're talking about Ghana asserting itself economically with a new model. But the question is, will the rest of the world accept this new assertive partnership? Your vision doesn't just entail countries acknowledging the historical injustices that they have been responsible for, but also holding them accountable for the exploitation of Africa's natural resources and people. Does Africa today have the leverage it needs to change this equation?
We can if we stand together and speak with one voice. And I believe that this is the time for the continent to become more integrated and united than we've been in the past. Africa and a lot of the global south is in the position it is because of two historical events whose consequences are still enduring. One is the slave trade and the heinous effects that it had on Africa and the countries of the Caribbean and all other places where labor was sent, for extraction. And it created, wealth that still exists today in certain families and certain businesses. That was the first. And then after slave trade was abolished, a new way had to be found to still keep Africa under domination. And so colonialism, in the 19th century, the European powers sat down and just drew maps and divided Africa amongst themselves. And it wasn't until the late 1950s that Ghana in 57 became the first African country south of the Sahara to get its independence. That order is what continues to account for the current global order. And I believe that if Africa comes together and we speak with one voice and we're integrated, we can influence the new global order that is coming. The issue of reparations. Reparations has been talked about over the decades. We became the champions for reparations and restitutive justice. And realized that we're all singing from different hymn sheets. And so the first thing we had to do was, let's all come together and sing from the same page. And so we began building a coalition from North America to Latin America to the Caribbean to Africa. And once we started to sing from the same hymn sheet and speak with one voice, we had the UN General Assembly accept our resolution with 123 countries.
You did, but there were still 3 nations that voted against this resolution, yes, which in fact you were mostly behind. It's a resolution that Ghana, yes, pushed through. 3 countries voted against: the United States, Israel, and Argentina. Did that surprise you?
It didn't surprise me.
Why not?
Because we had gotten indication from the United States that they won't support it. And the main argument they put was that You cannot create a hierarchy of crime.
But were you disappointed that they voted against?
I was disappointed that they did, because I don't hold the U.S. accountable for slavery. Those slaves were brought there mostly by European powers, because at that time, U.S. itself was a colony. Even though after the abolition and after United States became an independent country, slavery continued until the Civil War was fought. And that eventually what freed the slaves in the U.S. So I don't think the U.S. should take responsibility for slave trade. I mean, when
But
we
the
talk
U.S.
about,
benefited greatly.
no,
Should
it
I hold
did.
them
I mean, it
responsible?
built their railways, it did things for them and all that. But I don't think that they should bear the guilt, in a certain sense for it, because I would have thought that the European countries that brought the slaves there would feel more adverse to the resolution and probably would have voted for it. But even they abstained.
But this was a symbolic resolution,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Which essentially called the slave trade the gravest crime against humanity.
Yeah.
But you have gone further.
Yes.
You have been calling for reparations.
Yeah.
Is that wishful thinking? How do you make countries that benefited from the slave trade actually pay back?
It's justified. It's justified because
But is it realistic?
it's justified. And when we talk about reparations, we don't kid ourselves that those nations will just get up and write a big fat check and say, here you are, we're paid off for what happened. No. We think that there are many aspects to reparations. First, acknowledgement. Let's acknowledge it. It's like they want us to sweep it under the carpet. Before you couldn't talk about reparations and slave trade. It's a closed chapter. That's it. We don't talk about it. We say, no, let's talk about it. Let's acknowledge. And since the resolution, you'll be surprised at what's happening. Several, organizations and nations have begun to say, look, I think let's talk. Let's create a dialogue on this issue.
But this is not about financial reparations, is it, Mr. President?
We're not gotten there yet. We're talking about acknowledgement. We're talking about healing. We're talking about, reparations can take the form of changing the global order. It takes many forms. And I'm saying that I don't think that they're going to write a 300 billion check and say, here you are, descendants of slaves. Here you are, take this check and, let's let it pass, We must even learn from the lessons of history. I mean, we talk about the Holocaust today, we still talk about it because never again should it happen that millions of people are put in railway trucks and sent into gas chambers and gas to them. That was horrible, But we can't forget it. If we forget and we don't acknowledge what happened and all pledge that we will work to not make it happen again, it could happen again.
But isn't it happening again? Mr. President, when you look at what's going on in Palestine,
you look at Gaza, you look at the West Bank.
What would you call it?
It's what it is.
Is it a genocide?
I said it works like a duck, it looks like a duck, it's a duck.
It's a genocide.
Of course. Because, look at the number of people who have been killed. Of course, we condemn what Hamas did, killing 1,300 Israelis. But the toll on the other side, 65,000 women and children have been killed since that October strike. And even today in the West Bank, settlers are hounding Palestinians of their land, and they go create the problem with families that have been settled on that land for many years. And then they go and tell the Israeli authorities that the Palestinians are, attacking them, and the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, comes without asking any questions, joins the settlers to brutalize the Palestinians,
You talk about the need to reform the global system. International justice is a key part of it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Does this demonstrate the double standards that we see today? When you compare the situation in Ukraine and the situation in Gaza, can we ever talk about justice anymore?
It's not the first time. It's been with us. Look at the fight against apartheid. Until the ANC and the freedom fighters of South Africa, together with the frontline states, put a lot of pressure on South Africa to eventually let go apartheid. Some of their greatest backers and allies were the Western nations. And so that hypocrisy has been with us. Different lenses are used to look at different situations. And the point is, as long as we continue to distort justice, depending on who it is, we'll continue to live a lie. I mean, we must say things for what they are. And that's why Africa is pushing for greater representation on the UN Security Council.
Precisely. And you told the UN General Assembly last year, Mr. President, that today's institutions no longer reflect today's world.
Exactly.
I don't think there's anyone who can argue with this.
Exactly.
But 30 years after Nelson Mandela made the same argument, the UN Security Council still does not have an African state as a permanent member. Despite the fact that the continent represents a fifth of the world's population, is Africa simply waiting for something that isn't going to come?
Well, not only Africa, because the push for greater representation is the global south. And so it's not only Africa. But again, like on the issues of reparations, what I told you, we're speaking from different hymn sheets. Everybody is making his pitch from their own hymn sheet.
The news,
In
the
Africa,
interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds
said
Digital
that
Online.
we wanted the global the reform of the United Nations to involve
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Odds Digital Online.
Me pesa mi ton pipi ma odo. Ama wa unse ni do iya son koma mi adi. Me pesa mi si odo e where you from. Ama wa unse ni do iya son koma mi adi. If you say obinti sano, obinti sano, ade wa mama ti asese. Waje matum na kumem, wa mami shima ya mi jeje. Love me. It is a million day Udawa. Nami when any mamma, Odokala, and a mamma race it, and your mother by, and then put me away, they put me away. Yes, I go from a deal, my ponty, but they want Banabe. Yes, I don't show now.
All right, his name is George Darko. Just gone by the interview between the two RT world between the issue on the slave trade that the syndrome was about, the reparatory that President John Mahama demanded when he had the recession in America, the issue on board, and also the issue in regards to the point where the NDC assumes office. They have a lot of agenda to also persecute. But in the meantime, there were a lot of questions that were being asked by the hosts, asking the president a lot of questions in regards to the reparatory. Inti sika or pese impatesika. No man penye kachen say nye fat envelope ye here. Na empata ye bisa impatesika ye bisa no. Eno enye se wotro check kese diama ye. Nyama ya hwe ni ade no eno ho ensem no kokan. Ba okaya okan sa asemi it raised a lot of concerns in the United States of America. There was one man no we mpenyifo ni bi e wokrom ha eka say Nancha Africa de Ghana titu UK for yema musika yema modona enti sika yi uji akwa eden then no hia biom. There were a lot of questions, but this interview was organized and hosted just about 3 days ago. 3R3 is a Turkish public broadcast into Turkish TV and omampenyin a grant interview at the Mawon the reparatory demand ano here and on sem and so and on no pay ya ko enim na to admit no so no pay hot digital online UK. In the meantime, in between time, there are issues ano pay, but unfortunately there seems to be some difficulty in peace of streaming. There have been just about a year fluctuations. Ekoso or peace of streaming. No, what the two are not a crazy. Inti ano hon sem anope wo. But the ekwe nim na ye to egbe de so anope ya. We have arrived at a situation where there was a 1.7 billion loss at the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana. Now, the issue was raised initially by Kujopon Nkrumah. Later on, Brown Sassari, Public Accounts Committee, also added a voice and explained certain issues in detail. She was bastardized and so on and so forth. Afenyo Marking also came into forefront. He also asked questions in regards to the loss on Gold Board. Now, it is becoming a banter. For now, defamation suit has been executed by Afenyo Marking. Say he's been defamed and he has also been criminalized. Say, or yeah, extortionist into under Section 151 of the Criminal Offences Act, or filing suit at the court in regards to some radio stations near there. One so maho kwine na one go hufi ni na no Afenyo Marking added them in the suit. Say on tena ho na one go no enimase. Na obeka nso a special prosecutor OSP and so issue statement in regards to say asem no ono nso ebehwem na watu adwen wahwe se behia se befre penyin no na waye investigations bi wo ho enti ano nso OSP to assess extortion against Afenyo Marking. The office of the special prosecutor has stepped into the growing controversy surrounding extortion allegation made against the minority leader Afenyo Marking by Ghana Gold Board Chief Executive Officer. The Anti-Corruption Agency says it has received 3 petitions in connection with allegations and will now assess the matter to determine whether it warrants further action. In a public notice on Monday, August 24th, 2026, the OSP said it has taken note of the allegations made by Sami Jemfi against the Efutu MP. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has taken the note of the public allegations of extortion and related conduct made by the Chief Executive of the Ghana Gold Board against Minority Leader Afenyo Marking. The statement said the OSP further disclosed that a petition has been submitted seeking action over the matter. The OSP also acknowledges a joint petition submitted by 2 persons as well as 2 separate petitions submitted by other persons in relation to the matter. The development also comes amid a public dispute between Afenyo Marking and Sami Jemfi, with the Gold Board CEO accusing the minority leader of extortion and related conduct. However, he later also adopted a more measured position when asked whether he will take Sami Jemfi to court, saying he will not allow the controversy to distract him from the minority scrutiny of Gold Board and domestic gold purchase program. For now, the OSP has not said it has opened a full investigation to the matter, but rather it says that the first step is to determine whether the allegations fall within its mandate and whether there are grounds for further investigations. Until the notice further also does not establish any wrongdoing against Afenyo Marking, but places that the allegations before the country's specialized anti-corruption agency for assessment. The OSP move adds another layer to the growing controversy, which has unfolded alongside the minority demand for answers over reported losses associated with domestic gold purchase program. Into for further now, the attention is on the OSP assessment will reveal whether the allegations and petition will lead to a formal investigation. The OSP has now gotten the petition that some private people filed against the minority leader in parliament. Now, the OSP will go into full scale to see whether it's within their remit to investigate this matter. Else, they will also conduct investigation into the matter where there has been a loss of the gold board losses. Into and so we will see whether the layer before them will determine the fact that it fall within their ambit. Say one that capacity to investigate this matter, or it is below the standard of them investigating this matter. And the OSP has said so. The petition has been filed, but they will look into it and see whether it is within their remit to investigate this matter. Now, there are a lot of people who have been talking about the issue on the gold board programs. Na ehonsem na nonra afinyo marking esankro kupie mu parliament. There was a quick recall to parliament. Say one bra na one entumi emfa 1 or 2 be into ja and afinyo market in sem tuja. 44 minutes past 8. This is hot in the morning.
4.3. Who to me
or another one.
Oh, they went there. You want to
There be and you na make one self. The body. Make us you have no idea.
Oh.
President Mahama buying power. Look, you see, what time could you know in America? But President Mahama the second term or buy. No crane many by me shining suit ni buying the casa assistant. Oni Ghana phone ko budie mu den nsema oka djuma die bi a woye de medi mani ahudie metima ka se ensesan wo mchen ne kane a obaaye na pele ma ban mu pa na obi kasa se the first time odi afnashe ministers be say numu sensian a na menu am ne bo maka ho
I na odi besi form no
nyame fa ne currency what just no kan
I was saying
o say ono authority arrogance bia ona na bam
na tolerate
na obi a yedi tumi ama on Ghana fo na yedi tumi ahye o monsa obi bi obi di sa adwuma die ni bia na obi na fi na bam na namba cho enu abrantie no enkomodi a obedi ye fa na no ye gold board ho antwa yi menam ka chiro antwa yi e bia ono anya kwan a aya on kohwe video no on tia se na onyina party for sabi ejina bia ya to Obama party we are party be ya ban on some party osum oman yen oman na osum yen ti na oni Ghana for na ekasa nano
me do see
you penny former general or ahujim. Or say if the kitchen is too hot for you,
walk out.
Leave the kitchen. If you think that a human the best thing to do is to walk out from the job.
May I say
BSFM 104.3.
People who are within his relational networks would also undermine him, and it shouldn't work like that. I mean, if anybody is involved in this and is using that kind of power, the person should refrain from such behavior because it is not good for Ghana. Could you?
Thank you. Kojo is assisting me this morning. I like it. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Okay. In
you
gentlemen,
should make me your timer, so I have the time.
That would be nice.
Yes, I should have the time.
You'd have to overcome the temptation to overgo your.
Yes, I like that.
So yeah, I like the role. Please take it. Okay. So in gentlemen, a very related matter. Just yesterday, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amakuhene, has disclosed that at least 23 people have died, including 11 children. They've died in abandoned illegal mining pits, popularly known as Galamsey pits, in the region, the Ashanti region only. And unfortunately, or sadly, we only have discovered 19 bodies so far, or retrieved 19 from the pits, the remaining 4 still trapped underground. And he was saying this during the commissioning of the new ultra-modern office complex of the Minerals Commission in Kumasi. This these are real human beings.
Can they trace and they get the person who did that?
Well,
are you getting it?
Yeah.
You see my position. One person's action has taken his lives. Are you getting it?
Let me even go
aside the poisoning that we are eating.
The danger is even
so we allow people to kill us. Then they go free. Instead of eliminating them so that we have our life going on, we just allow them to do whatever they want. However, if to kill is, not allowed, why can't we break their legs?
I have seen it.
You meet them, you break their legs. Then they should crow and then go and do the galamsey again. You see, this fight against the galamsey, I see it as a joke. We spend money on our military people. They go every day in and out. But nothing better is coming up because we are not taking the right action. If we want to stop it, let us go further. And then stop this romance and, we should stop it. Then it's better the military will keep them in a Bema camp so that, they can also take some kind of rest than spending money on them and still they are killing us. Why?
This is just one pit in the Ashanti Regional, just one. Imagine that there are other, we don't know yet, but imagine there are other pits, and if one pit can take 23 lives, in fact, there are 4 trapped in there.
You see,
like, I can barely...
President must ban mining for 1 year. Let us, but to work. If we want to do it, it will work. It
will not.
Oh.
Like mining generally.
Small scale mining.
Small scale, galamsey, all of them. Let us leave the giant because they don't break our environmental rules. So that for that 1 year, let us do reclamation. The boys that we are using, they are doing the galamsey now, we'll use them. If a day they give you 100 cedis, government can decide that, okay, you are going to plant 3, I'll give you 150 cedis a day. Are you getting it? So by the end of the year, we can recover all these degraded lands. And then by so doing, we can also heal the water bodies. By a year's time, you will see all our rivers clean. But if we go this way, that, 9 months. Look at the time they started, and still the thing is getting worse.
But I think that we have to situate the conversation here. What happened here is children and somebody, because my worry is even the minors involved, because out of the 123 people, they said there are 11 minors. That's my worry. That's
there are 23.
23, yeah. 11 minors.
11 minors.
Yes,
yeah.
That's the worry. But the truth of the matter is that, Director, some time passed in this country. These areas, even government officials or even military couldn't have gotten there.
Doesn't matter.
It matters.
Honorable, doesn't matter. Today,
listen, I'm just making a point.
I think we've gone past.
No, listen, I'm making a point, and it's very important.
Take out the sometime past and make that statement. Take out the sometime past and make that statement.
In this country, history tells us that even our forest reserve at one point became a danger zone for even government officials to go there. Today, we are told that yes, all those people those places have been taken over, but we have mining places that are of danger to our people. When we have our people leaving schools to go and mine, that's another leg of it.
Let me even situate it better.
Good.
So 23 lives have been lost only because they were on their way to farm.
Yes, exactly. So
this is a different context to children not wanting to stay in classroom or young people not wanting to get other jobs and going to mine.
Yes.
These are people who do not even engage, per the report, in illegal mining. They are just going to look for their daily bread. Farm.
So you see, the harm has been caused already. That's what I'm talking about. So it means that if you go and find out the pit that is there, it's not just today.
Mebao, is it that when there is an abandoned pit, it is covered, you won't see, like... Usually, how does it look?
Probably water has collected.
Yes.
Exactly.
Your friend afro.
Seriously.
That's it on your screen. So this one like this, there's like a hole under it.
It could be.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the one that's where okay, well, yeah. So like this, no, you want to cross to the other side.
Yes.
Then you step in, then that's it.
You see a footpath around.
Yes. So when you are away, then you think. That's how it is. So those dangers are there.
So we
But
need
we
a
need to
radical.
we need to interrogate that story.
We need to interrogate that story and look at it.
Because
afterwards.
it's difficult for 23 people
You just walk like
going
this.
to
No,
the
no,
farm and
When-
all 23 get drowned in a pit. We should interrogate that
I
story.
mean,
It is possible.
I would be
Okay. It's
very
possible, but it's
surprised.
difficult.
It's difficult.
In fact,
We
I'll
need
be
to-
very surprised, Joe, that the Ashanti regional minister in his enclave, because this doesn't look good on you, the minister, because you're superintendent that area, that he genuinely will make such a statement.
No, I'm not saying
that
he's
will-
lying, but he's
He's not
doing a
lying.
third party
So-
reporting.
Yes.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't
No,
there.
I mean,
Somebody
he's part of
reported it to
he's
him.
part of the
No, but
the
that's fine.
security
But I'm saying that
council.
whoever is
Before
a
he speaks, we'll
reportage.
go there before.
Security
Emeka,
council,
it's
yeah.
reportage. What I'm saying is that in our own, let's walk it through our head. 23 people, let's say they are
The
lined
report
up.
doesn't suggest it happened at a go.
Well,
It-
so
it-
23
no,
people
he says that-
died over a
Yes,
period.
Yes.
But you didn't say that.
No, let me read it. So,
but-
it's not like they were working in a group.
But so what? There's a
Let's-
pit
let's-
that
How
is
can
taking,
they able to
there's a
get
pit that is
living
taking life.
Let's read the story.
Let's do this.
Let's read the story.
Good.
The Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Shall I disclose? Let me just move that. Has disclosed.
Listen. This is it. 23 dead at an abandoned illegal mining pit in Ashanti region on their way to their farm.
Yeah.
So it didn't occur at separate times.
It's the same time.
The same time.
No.
On their way.
No, let me
You
read the
understand?
story. Okay,
So
let me read the story.
that's where the story
Read the
becomes
story.
problematic. You understand? Because it will be difficult for 23 people working together to a farm, all die in the same pit at the same time.
Because even in your cultural setting, how many have you seen 23?
3 people.
When I was young, I was following my grandma at the same time.
No, at the same time. That story needs to be interrogated.
you have not lived in the village.
No, but it will be difficult. Even 23 people are going, it will be one logo line.
Yes.
Right? In that one logo line, let's say the first 5
But
days.
don't perform.
Yes.
That be.
Well, I don't mean perform. Me perform.
one logo line.
Now, you say.
The four ben now.
And the partner is saying,
Because I say yes, I know pay ko bonko for some message.
Yes, but I want to say that when you are going, there is a leader and everybody follows.
Yes.
Nobody is not walking 23 people. Everybody follows one logo line. So what I'm saying is that even if let's assume that the first 5 got trapped in there, what happened to the
You think they will run away?
No, but I'm just saying that it's not feasible in our mindset. So let's walk through the story.
I do not
happen is
accept
that
the meaning of this story as
listen,
between people dying at the same time.
Let's look at the scenarios.
Okay.
Different scenarios that can happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Assuming a father is leading or a mother is leading and the person is trapped. Some other people may want to come and help.
Yes.
They also get trapped.
Yeah.
All right. So it will lead from one.
Well, the children come in. Well, the children come in.
No. So we can paint another story too.
Can we discuss why we came here? It's very important. This conversation. It's important, but we don't have all the details.
I suspect something.
We don't have all the details. We are doing conjecture.
Maybe a family of maybe 3, 8, 10 different families. Maybe 3, 5 people go in. It happened. Those coming may not know.
Does this paragraph
Are you
make
getting
it any better? He said most of the victims were residents who fell into uncovered mining pits while using routes leading to their farm. They didn't say one route.
Yes, so it's multiple incidents. So
no,
that's what I'm trying to
No, but you see, the story is trying to make it look like there's one pit that claimed 23 lives.
At the same time.
At the same time. That's the story you read.
But when you check, when you look at the pictures,
one pit, but
there are different footpaths around it.
Yes.
So some people may be using one path, another no.
Yeah.
And you see, we are in a raining season too.
Yes.
So if it rains and the grounds get so soft, all right, it is easy for people within a space of time going into farm using different paths to fall
as victims.
Yeah, so
those possibilities are there.
Is it that understanding that because we showed this pit, it means that it is one word? No, we're showing how an uncovered
pit looks like. We know it's not the same pit.
But the Ashanti, my understanding of the Ashanti Regional Minister's report will mean that uncovered or unbounded illegal mining pit has taken the Ashanti region.
Yes.
Has claimed 20 lives.
So far, they've recovered what? 19, and they cannot recover 4.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah, so it's not a particular
It's not a particular day, so it means that it's a recurrent thing.
But let me ask. Yes. Particular pit, 100 pits, does it make any difference?
No.
Think about it. I understand Kojo's concern that the story could be sinister, but think about it. That one particular pit, 100 pits, but the lives are the same.
Exactly. We don't even want to lose a single life.
About pits.
It does. It's a main kind of story.
It does.
It does. Pachamunte.
In one of these African countries, I'm told that the dumping site also took less of 30 people.
And I make up pit na Tino S number. Then it's my phonetics.
Very strong one. Very strong.
Most of these victims were residents who fell into uncovered mining pits while using routes leading to their farms.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall we now discuss it? The 23
now you are sounding like a proper boutique.
Yeah, so it's not one pit. He's giving a reportage of the situation in the Ashanti region.
It's a cumulative report, right?
Okay, so do you want to
discuss the matter with some people who have also shared certain important information? I'm not allowed to bring that publicly. I think that Solomon also has also intimated that he also has his own facts of the matter and evidence on that matter. But nobody on this platform, on this table today, can vindicate whether Afenyo Makin is guilty or not.
Yeah.
And so we would allow the matter to continue in court. And indeed, I saw Solomon Owusu's petition, a very well scripted petition with certain recommendations and legal tools invoked under the aegis of our 1992 Constitution. My worry is that I have tested some institutions in Ghana, and it seems as if they are just sleeping. I don't know if they have workers working in that institution. Shraj is one, and if they are listening to me this morning...
How are they sleeping?
Oh, Bella, I have tested the waters, and I'm telling you that Shraj, if the boss of Shraj is watching us this morning, he needs to wake up. I don't know if we pay... I mean, we spend so much money, right, in compensating their employees. Yes, still, when citizens take petitions, they do not even care to even respond to the petition. The CID department, the CID boss, is also one. And I even always ask if we have an IGP in this country. So when I look at the chain of institutions that have been petitioned, Shraj, the CID department, and the IGP secretariat, I would tell my brothers in the United Party, Solomon and Apia Dankwa, that they should not expect anything positive from these three institutions.
That's not fair to say.
Bella,
allow them to at least even start.
How is that not fair when I have tested these institutions?
You sent petitions to all these institutions and they didn't respond.
Not only myself, but I'm just telling you that they cannot be trusted to do the needful. The OSP too is also another subject matter on its own, where this person has not lived up to the expectation of Ghanaians, and indeed to that office, to that effect. And so how the OSP is going to investigate this matter? I mean, there was a petition even earlier on by Solomon Owusu to investigate the claims by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that he single-handedly bought 300 pickups for the party. And we all know how much a vice president earns in this country. What has been the outcome of that petition till date? Bella, and we have to say it as it is. Institutions are created for a particular purpose. If today citizens feel that, okay, if I send a petition in my quest to exercise my constitutional rights and you do not respond to me to that effect, then what is the essence of that, the existence of that institution? And that's why all the time, when I get the opportunity to commend certain leaders, I do not leave out the current Chief Justice, Bafo Boni. Because, Bella, I have tested his office. I have seen results. And I can tell you that this person is a credible leader. He is somebody that a lot of people who want to go into leadership should emulate. And indeed, I might maybe want to even plead with the president that if his mandate exceeds his age limit, he should extend it for him. Yes, because I know that he's almost
due by end of this year.
End of this year. But if COPO, who doesn't deserve a 2-year extension? Of course.
That's your personal opinion?
Bella.
I'm just asking.
Bella.
I'm just asking.
Bella, it is the opinion of many virtuous and objective citizens.
But he's your friend.
No, I don't know him from anywhere. He's not my friend. If COPO could have gotten an extension by the police council and then supported by the presidency, then of course, on this platform today, I dare say that CJ Bafo Boni also deserves same. So Bella, this matter of extortion with the issue about the gold board, I know that we'll get into the matters of the gold board if time allows us, but I want it to be investigated thoroughly.
Okay.
We need to go deep into this matter so that we can settle this matter amicably.
So as it stands now, with all the institutions that have been listed, you only have faith in the IGP? Because
really?
Because you said that Office of the Special Prosecutor, you're not sure, you don't trust that they would see through, the investigation. There's also Shraj, you said they are asleep. CID, you've petitioned in the past, you didn't get anything, any proper response. There's also Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament was also petitioned.
Yeah, so I didn't mention...
He's tabled that in the Attorney General's department.
So if you say I have trust in the IGP, that is a misrepresentation of my earlier submission. I said 3 things. I pointed out to 3 institutions. SRAJ, or 4, SRAJ, OSP, the CID, and then the IGP Secretariat. So these are 4.
Yes, and out of the 4, there were 3 of them that you said you didn't really...
No, the 4, actually, all of them.
Okay, all 4 of them, okay.
I mean, the Speaker of Parliament, I trust him to take up this matter.
All right.
The AG's office is also doing very well, but we need more from them. But I trust them to also take up this matter.
Samia, so I mean, with everything that's happening, Doc, by the way, with everything that's happening now, a lot of Ghanaians are saying that it's taking away the attention from the real issue, which is that there's been a loss that's been recorded, $22 billion. But we seem to be focusing on who said what. Now a lawsuit has been filed, and that seems to be what we're focusing on.
First of all, the issues have been played in the media, and to all well-meaning Ghanaians, they know that, they know where the losses have been occasioned, except that, especially the MPP themselves know where the losses have been occasioned, and they know that steps are being taken to make sure that we have a system that is resilient, that is buoyant, that reduces the, let me say, operational cost involved in the program that we are having. By the way, that program has actually been ended. Now, to the suit, I have to commend the very people that petitioned the OSP and other officers for remaining responsible Ghanaians and showing fidelity to the fight for accountability in this country. I commend them very well. I know that the lawsuit that came yesterday is a face-saving agenda by the minority leader who initially said that Jesus Christ was accused on several occasions and kept quiet. So he had decided to keep quiet. But after several, conversations went on and pressures mounted on him by his party people and his flag bearer, and very, respected people in the MPP who have taken to social media and are saying that for saving his integrity, he must go to court. That is why he went to court yesterday, not because he believes that he is innocent.
Did he tell you that
it is
himself?
An agenda, but we can also say it is an agenda.
And what's wrong with changing your mind? You can make a decision at one point and decide to change your mind in an hour.
We know the Honorable Afenyomakin very well. In the latter part of 2024, when the Speaker made a ruling about some vacancy, within a space of few days, he actually went to court and mobilized the whole Supreme Court that doesn't sit on Friday to sit on Friday. In 1 hour, he got a judgment. So for him to have been reneging on going to court on this matter, definitely you know that there's something involved. But it's a case in court, so I don't want to go into the details. But I'm saying that it is an agenda gone bad. Because at the end of the day, he had no other option than to go to court. One, to make sure that the weight of the program, the weight of the matter, the issue we are discussing, is doused, number one. And to create a facade that indeed he is innocent. But I know that when the cases are being heard in courts, we will know the real truth. I know lawyer Sammy Jeffy very well. He has been a consummate gentleman who has been in the system for a very long time, has held a lot of debates, has engaged and interacted with a lot of people. Never has he made accusations of this nature. And he has actually gone ahead to dare the Honorable Afenyomakin and the MPP to take him on. And he would adduce evidence to that effect. I know him, I know how meticulous he is, and I know that he knows what he's saying. But he will have his day in court. The Honorable Afenyo will also have his day in court so that we know the matter. But you see, Bella, why are we here, first of all? We are here because a group of people, having wasted their precious time in the last 8 years in government, having wasted resources that we give them, having suffered such a defeat in 2024, have consistently waged a war of attrition and disinformation campaign against one of the most revolutionary and far-reaching policies any government has ever brought as far as our mineral resources are concerned. The attack on Gold Board and its operations is just too much. Look, they started by saying that Gold Board is a galamsey board, and Gold Board is encouraging galamsey in this country. Meanwhile, they were the ones that launched domestic gold purchase program in 2021. Did they tell us where they were buying their gold from?
Tune in to Hot Digital
Between
Online.
2021 and 2024. Was the NPP interested in letting the people of Ghana know exactly where they were getting their gold from? Whether they are getting their gold from small-scale miners or large-scale miners or galamsey operators and what have you. Did they show any interest in letting the people of Ghana know where they were buying their gold from? Suddenly, they've gotten an epiphany, and they've realized that there's a need for us to know where we buy our gold from. Especially when Gold Board itself has told us that they have formalized the system. They are buying their gold from licensed gold buyers. The licensed gold buyers are mandated to buy their gold from licensed small-scale mining operators. Between the DDEP, PMMC, under the MPP, and the Gold Board, that has actually formalized the system. Who should we believe in terms of buying proper gold?
So you're saying for a fact that there's never been a time where
I'm saying that at the
these
very
institutions
least,
have bought from galamsey?
I'm saying that when they were in power, did they show us where they were buying their gold from? No. A new system has come. The system is now growing. The system is formalizing the system, our gold trading system. The Gold Board system is making sure that there is some level of traceability and what have you, which they are about to launch very soon. But now they have decided to now show interest in where we buy our gold from. Now the disinformation campaign went to the fact that Gold Board is siphoning state money. Meanwhile, when they were in government, they launched numerous programs. They launched USTAT, they launched NAPCO. All of them did not even have the impact we are seeing today. But they made sure that they pumped huge money into it. They pumped money into National Cathedral. Those projects were not siphoning state money. But the Gold Board that came in less than 2 years shoring up our reserve with the support of Bank of Ghana, Finance Ministry, and central government, shoring up our reserves from $8.9 billion to over $13.8 billion at the end, $13.8 billion at the end of 2025. Holding our Ghanaian currency, making sure that we are inching to where we are supposed to get as far as our import cover is concerned, and making serious gains within a space of 2 years that has never been experienced in this country. They are saying that that initiative is siphoning state money. But National Cathedral, you start NAPCO, and all those programs were not siphoning state money. Then they went to, after they had failed in that regard, now it's about losses. Look, your own media colleague, Philip Osebunsu, popularly known as Obi on Asempa FM, wrote an RTI request to Bank of Ghana, asking about the breakdown of losses in the domestic gold purchase program. In fact, from 2022, 2023, 2024, there have consistently been losses. Why didn't the MPP hold press conferences that time to ask their government why those losses were occasioned? What decision went into arriving at the discounts? Why were they buying the gold at spot price where those losses have been accrued? Suddenly, they've gotten a Damascus experience and have noticed that now there is a need for us to probe why those discounts were arrived at, why those charges and fees were paid to Gold Board, when same charges and discounts were paid under them when PMMC and Red Sapphire and others were buying.
So if they didn't do it, then they don't have the right to do it now?
What moral right do they have it now? Especially when you read the IMF report. The report is clear. The report, when you read page 4, the report says that lessons from the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program. Where has it been written that lessons from losses by Gold Board? So you see a clear disinformation agenda targeted at the very policy that has actually shown us in this country that the 8 years of the MPP was completely useless. And that indeed, when you have a working government.
If you say completely useless, that's not a fair thing to say. I mean,
what was the economic indices they inherited?
Yeah, but it's still not a fair thing to say.
They are the ones. Hold on. It is very fair. It is very fair. How is it that you were a government in 8 years? You came to meet a country that has a debt of 120 billion. In 8 years, you alone sent it to 760. You alone were the one that destroyed the Ghanaian economy, our CD, inflation, everything was heading south. You borrowed more than everyone, but you were the one that couldn't deliver at all. Sector by sector, energy sector, debt, doomso. When you go to health, West, National Health Insurance, they capped NHIL, no money was going to. I can go sector by sector. A new government has come. In 1 year, the whole of 2025, government did not borrow 1 cedi. But we have all our programs ongoing. Now, the program that is helping this country with the support of the government, they have decided to make sure that they destroy the program so that our city will collapse, our reserves will collapse. And the very person they are targeting is Lawyer Sammy Gyamfi, who was in the arrowhead of the NDC's attack and campaign in 2024 that led them into opposition. So me, as I sit here, I know very well that there is more than enough evidence that Lawyer Sammy Gyamfi has that will be sent to court.
You know for a fact that there's evidence.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
That's what the minority leader extorted.
That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that this whole agenda going to court is a face-saving agenda. It is an agenda gone bad.
Let me bring.
And I know that at the end of the day, that's why they've even tabled it. I'm told, you are the lawyer, and Kwesi Botwe is here, that the rate is even defective. That is what I'm hearing.
How is it defective?
That's what I mean. I'm hearing that the accusations made for which reason he is going to court actually has to be on the face of the rate. That is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
And that makes it defective. You understand?
So the lawyers
really,
can speak to it.
there is no issue here. We are focused as a government. Gold Board will deliver on this mandate. The country and Ghana will support. Well-meaning Ghanaians will support Lawyer Sammy Gyamfi, will support Bank of Ghana, will support President Mahama to deliver on the mandate that the people of Ghana have given us.
Councillor Braco, hold on for me. I'll just bring in Kwesi Botwe and then you can come in. So Kwesi Botwe is a lawyer and a secretary for the Security and Defence Committee for the NPP. Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, Bella.
I hope you're well.
By the grace of God.
All right. So you've heard from Dr. Samiaye. He says that lawsuit that has been filed by the minority leader is just face-saving, because if at 1 minute he says that just like Jesus was criticized and he just kept quiet until the truth came out, he's also going to stay quiet, then why is he now filing a lawsuit?
Thank you very much.
I would not even respond to Samia. I'll make my point.
But as a question I've asked you specifically, why don't you want to respond to him?
I'll make my point, but I'll not respond to him directly, but I'll make my submissions. I think to start with, this is now a matter for the courts to deal with. The appropriate forum to deal with allegations of this nature is the courtroom, not social media, not TV, not radio. If somebody alleges that you have committed a criminal offense and you are very confident and clear in your mind that you have not committed such an offense, and that the words used by the proponent of the allegation, those making the allegation, is defamatory and has injured your reputation, the appropriate forum is to file a defamation suit to seek compensation and also to clear your name. And so I think that what the leader, the respected minority leader, Osahin Alexander Afenyo-Markin, has done is in the right direction. But the point has to be made that why are we here today? We are here because the respected leader simply called for a parliamentary probe, or simply called on Ghanaians to interrogate and scrutinize the reason why the IMF has indicated that this country, our dear nation, lost 22 billion Ghana cedis as a result of the domestic gold purchase program in 2025, initiated by this government, by the Bank of Ghana and the Ghana Gold Board. You see, it is a fact, and my colleague, Dr. Samiaye, has not been able to debunk the fact that indeed the nation has lost $1.7 billion, that is 22 billion Ghana cedis, as a result of the DJPP. Bella, we are a population of about 30 million people. If we divide 22 billion Ghana cedis by 30 million people, each person is going to pay 733 Ghana cedis. The young person on the street who has no job to do is going to pay 733 Ghana cedis. The young nurse who had trust in this government and voted for President Mahama is going to pay 733 Ghana cedis. The young PWD who has no job to do and had cause to petition the presidency is going to pay 733 Ghana cedis. The young nurse who had trust in this government, that this government was going to roll out 133, and so he or she was going to find job to do, is going to pay 733 cedis. That is the conversation we should be having this morning. I think that the attempt by Sami Jemfi to call the respected minority leader names, describe him as, with all manner of words, I think that it is very unfortunate. I think that it is unethical of a government official. Because if you have the minority calling for answers, asking relevant and important questions, you don't come out to call the minority leader names. You don't do that.
When you say relevant and important questions, I mean, the issue has been fact-checked, where the minority had indicated that the loss were as a result of Gold Board engaging in the purchasing program. But it's been fact-checked, and it says that it's the Bank of Ghana that incurred the loss and not Gold Board.
Bella.
So shouldn't that be the angle of the conversation, which is why Sami Jemfi is coming out and indicating
Bella,
that statement that was made by the minority leader is false?
You see, the 22 billion loss was not conjured by the minority leader. The 22 billion loss was indicated in the report of the IMF. And the IMF also did not conjure the figure. They came about that figure after sitting with the Ministry of Finance, the Ghana Gold Board, and the Bank of Ghana. So the figure didn't emanate from a vacuum. The figure came from somewhere. In any case, what accounted for the losses? We are being told that these losses were accrued due to the trading of gold. Today in Ghana, which institution is legally mandated to undertake the processes of buying and selling gold or trading in gold? It is the Ghana Gold Board. And so even if I'm saying this, granted without admitting that even if the losses were not incurred by the Ghana Gold Board, do you have to call the minority leader names? Does that warrant that you call the minority leader names? Because then the fact of the matter is that a loss of 22 billion has been occasioned.
But
that is a fact.
Hold on. So that statement or that report by the IMF, point 13 says that BGPP operations have generated significant losses for the BOG. Losses in 2024 equivalent to $400 million, 1/3 of which were related to G4 or gold for oil. In 2025, the significant scaling up of BGPP operations led to losses of over $1.7 billion, almost entirely related to G4R Dory purchases. And that's what Sami Jemfi is saying, that if you look at this report, it doesn't say that the losses were incurred by Gold Board. It was rather generated for the Bank of Ghana. So if there's any loss at all, which we have established now, it should be the Bank of Ghana that should be accused of incurring those losses. Why is Gold Board being the target?
Because, like I've said, if you come to Ghana, in this country, the organization mandated to undertake the trading of gold is the Ghana Gold Board. And I'm even saying that even if the losses were not occasioned by the Gold Board, and the minority is raising questions about this IMF report, it doesn't lie in the mouth of the Ghana Gold Board CEO to be calling the minority leader names, making baseless allegations against the minority leader. But Bella, as I go on, I want to say that, you see, the Gold Board is not beyond criticism, constructive criticism. The Gold Board is not beyond accountability and transparency. The Gold Board is not beyond scrutiny and legal and parliamentary probe. The Gold Board is not beyond that. The Gold Board and the people around the Gold Board, like the likes of Samiaye, are trying to create an environment where nobody would be able to speak and interrogate the operations of the Gold Board. That is what they are doing. Because somebody makes reference to the IMF report and says that the nation has lost 22 billion cedis. Which cost of this loss is the cost the Ghanaian people are going to pay? And questions are being raised about these losses, and then you come out to call the person names. You should go to the court to prove that indeed the minority leader is liable for the names he described him with. Because you cannot just wake up and say that because somebody is calling you to answer certain questions, it means the person is an extortionist. I think that
but he says that he knows what
it is not good for our politics.
And those of you who are defending the minority leader are not privy
and so he should go to court.
The information that he has, which is why he's referencing him.
The matter is now for the court to determine as to whether or not the allegations he's making is actually factual. Now the matter is in court. He should go to court and let the whole world know that indeed the allegations he's making has any basis. But I don't think that the allegations Sami Jemfi is making has any basis. I don't think that he has any cause to describe the minority leader and to abuse the minority leader in the manner in which he abused the minority leader. Samiaye made a point and called the government, the SWAL administration, useless. If there is any government that has proven to be extremely useless and incompetent and reckless, it is this government.
When he said it, I said it was unfair to reference.
He didn't
I said it was unfair. Now you are also making the same
that is also my
statement.
point. That is also my point. And that is my opinion about this government. That is a completely useless government. Because they have not been able to even fulfill even 20% of the promises they made to the Ghanaian people. This government is a government made up of arrogant liars. They come on, they sit on TV, they do not even read the room, and they use all manner of words. Granted, without admitting that the government was purchasing gold from galamseyers in 2024. That is why the Ghanaian people voted us out. That is why you promised the reset. You didn't tell us that the reset was to continue the things that the MPP administration was doing.
Okay.
And so if you promise a reset, and today you are in government and you promise 133, you have failed. You promise Women's Development Bank, you have failed. You promise Women Fertility Hospital, you have failed. All the promises you made to the young people of this country, you have failed and lied to them. You have the audacity and temerity to sit on TV and to call the SWAL administration useless.
Okay.
Then what is this government?
Let me bring Lawyer Braku Powers in so he can also speak to this matter. I mean, you've also had the chance to go through this statement.
And social ain't me almost. As for Dino 247. What was I anum the end you maybe? But me check your call with grass afano.
Hello, Ochami.
Ojam, who's one answer them?
Hey, what one you? They say me who's soon. Some idea, Unity Link Nana me so. Intimate some why me mama.
Na dua no wanya mo.
Me boy you. Enso enye obia.
Mr. Sabani Sikamania, opening wa waya ache Unity Link. Your office will UK, USA, Europe, Ghana, any baby. UK Financial Conduct Authority, and our license here. Yani banks, any telcos are who do in Yajuma. And Kobanda say, Ubasorianopa, na Unity Link and do Ramo. Debbie, so what is it called Ghana? That's the one for Unity Link anya. What the high risk for him? Uzikano, a bet me akpeme. Unity Link aya Ghana in India. 30 years ni no punch. The eliminariano. Yan so can you any manado. Media me say, Abanis Kamania. Unity Link neko. Unity Link. Simple, secure, and fast.
Kwabna, mi hu wacho. Na wako sha hini.
Samu dia mumpa akwentu eja UK. Ena mkodi na watchu mienu bio.
Entia ena wire fresh no.
Me company no omone Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services Limited. Ewo contract. Enti ye wo mu a omo ba be fa ye call me ekohia ade. Eni jesem ne se course bia opese okoye wo UK ana brotire be bia no. Omo de oba kontu 2 weeks. Omko kire niema bebre. Wanga Pinnacle bua won bebre no. Ebini bankers, digital marketing executives, students, public service professionals, media, oil and gas staff, businessmen, and KPA Kaho. Course be a person kwa brotire koye no. Eya fre Pinnacle.
Hey, abrochire minya bia nka meko. Nanso ene connection man fo ye ya na agi usika di. Ti eno kra ma misuro.
Eno nti ena wase one credible company bi te say Pinnacle Amofaba Education Services. Eye adwuma. Sir uti UK now wa setena resident permit. Now pese wo toa wo masua wonsem so. Wako bi de unko bi de omo beboa from foundation level, certificate, diploma, masters. Eni ne keka woni nyina omo beboa. Ye nuanom ye nurses ene doctors ne so ode wonko de bia. Wo pese wo toa audition so anase ho sohwe no okotro wo UK a Pinnacle be yamo.
Na wo kan say sikasam so
sikasam ne kra de minua tumuda eda fom se boko. Ukodi be na wotwe anase na wotwe mienu a de obedi anopa ne awia baby a wo beda ni nyina Pinnacle afa hoka. Wo dia ne o plane ticket pe na wo betwa. Usua de awie nso e sando ko landing tour. Na eni jesem ne se every September yi ko nyina. Eno ane se Pinnacle sisan krofo ko to mo school so saa. Nti omo awie SS ene obi a okura diploma person ko 20 degree so ni nyina no Pinnacle ebetimi de nakọ.
Kom numbers mama na me de me ho kura premi.
Pinnacle numbers 079 471 52878 ebiom 079 471 52878. Wabo amrane say, let your education be your Pinnacle.
Co Limited. Wow! Quality accounting and tax services, and now officially recognized as one of the top 200 UK accountants in the 2016 Sunday Times list. Hooray! Come, let's do business and even save you more money. AJN and Co Limited. We are chartered certified accountants and business advisors. One of the finest in the country with quality professional services and excellent customer delivery. Our services include preparation of company and annual accounts, bookkeeping, self-assessment, payroll services, preparation of charity accounts, gift aid claims, tax planning, tax returns, business plans and advice, company registration, preparation of budgets, all kinds of mortgages and remortgaging. And now we are one-stop shop to arrange protection for general insurance, life cover, medical and health insurance, and income protection. We mean business. That is why we are now officially one of the top 200 accountants in the country. Papa. Yamaya bodinya echese yaduma soeni. Entibra. Niyenya u tax returns eni waduma hu sikasem nyina emao. Na yebabua wu amuonya mortgage. Na yaye insurance inshishaya efata wu wajuma eni wabusue nyina. So big companies, small businesses, charities, sole traders, self-employed, shops and restaurants. Please call Let's Do Business on 0163 447 0495. That's 0163 447 0495 or 0788 307 7742. Our address is AJN and Co Limited, Equitable House, 10 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6AB. Visit www.ajnandco.co.uk. Now officially a Sunday Times Top 200 accounting company.
to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Tune in to Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB. Now on DAB.
Now on DAB in London.
Moving on quickly, in the meantime, arriving all the way from the discussions this morning on TV3, about Naya to on the police arrest 5 over robbery, murder of gold buyer at Agunan Kwanta. The Western Regional Police Command has arrested 5 suspects in connection with the robbery and murder of a 40-year-old gold buyer at Aguna Fie near Agunan Kwanta in the Western Region. The disease identified as Seth Kwabna was shot in the chest and during an attack his gold buying shop on Wednesday, August 20th, 2026. According to the Ghana Police Service, the incident occurred about 8 p.m. when the armed men attacked the shop. Seth Kwabna was rushed to the Agunan Kwanta Hospital for medical attention but was pronounced dead on arrival. The police had said preliminary investigations, including a review of CCTV footage, identified the 29-year-old Emmanuel Amponsa, alias Van Damme, and also the alleged leader of the gang. He was arrested on Thursday the 21st and at a guest house in Agunan Kwanta. A search on him led to recovery of a locally manufactured pistol and 2 live BB cartridges. The suspect, however, subsequently fell ill and was rushed to the Efian Kwanta Regional Hospital, where he was also pronounced dead on arrival. Until further investigation led to the arrest of 3 other suspects within the Aguna in Kwanta area. They have been identified as Christopher Seyuri Elias Cross and Dai, 47 Bashiru Ibrahim, and 20 Thomas Odum alias Wali. And this is the issue on board. A gold buyer, and nipa bi, nipa bonfo bi, kwa kum num na ya chi nipa ni bi. Ba kwa ono or sustain injury in the hospital and check no we. Nipa no so a ono the victim no so efrimu. Into Arosem ewo western part of the region. Now, in the meantime, appointment committee to vet Senator Rawlings and Ayariga on the 25th, into the 25th of August. So the Speaker of Parliament, Agban Sumani Bagbin, has referred two ministerial nominees to the appointment committee for vetting. Nominees are Dr. Senator Ajman Rawlings, designated for Environment, Science and Technology portfolio, and Maham Ayariga, nominated to head the Ministry of Local Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, announcing the referral on the floor of Parliament on Monday, the 24th, 2026, during an emergency recall sitting. Speaker Bagbin said, I accordingly refer the two to the appointment committee for consideration and to the House. Into Senator Rawlings and Maham Ayariga will go for vetting today. Definitely, they have been designated for their portfolios. In the meantime, in between time, the issue and the bone of contention has been the gold board and the Bank of Ghana saga. It is a trending issue. Now, there are a lot of people who have also added their voice. Now, people are trying to juxtapose the issue here and there. Afenyo Markin, who happened to be incarcerated by the censor and the utterances of the CEO of Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, has been hauled to court for defamation. That is a civil action. At the same time, the criminal part of it is extortionist. And who extortionists are, it's a high crime degree felony. And Afenyo think that maybe he's been dented and he's been also been ridiculed by the right-thinking member of a society. And at the same time, he's been tortured by him being an individual who was just asking questions about the losses that we have incurred or has been occasioned or established. He just want to find out. And they think that he has pontificated that these are the issues that happened, and the Gold Board should come with proper answers. Now, he end up by Sami Jemfi using some intemperate language, and also incarcerated him by saying he's an extortionist. So you think that he's been defamed by the right-thinking member of a society. At the same time, it is a casualty on his personality. So he has to seek the legal route where he has to file a defamation suit, and at the same time haul Sami Jemfi to court to come and tell the court where he think he has extort money from people. And Enohunsem has also been the issue that has outshined the particular matter that we need to juxtapose and know why we run at lost at the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana. So that has been the issue. It has buried for now the substantive matter, but due to the nitty-gritty of the matter, it's still there. How can we go through that process? Because the minority filed that motion that they need to also set up a bipartisan investigations to investigate the Gold Board. In fact, the Speaker of Parliament has also received it in good faith, and he said they will look into it whether there should be a bipartisan or there should be the invitation of the CEO from Gold Board to come to Parliament to answer certain questions. And all well said and done, it's all in the news portals. And pay about 80% of anti-Galamsey agencies now shield illegal miners. Analysts has alleged. Now, security analyst Andrew Esiedu Tete has claimed that approximately 80% of individuals tasked with combating illegal mining, locally known as Galamsey, have been compromised. He stated that officers across various state security agencies, including police officers, soldiers, and other security personnel mandated to eradicate the menace are now actively allowing the practice to continue. According to him, these officials routinely visit illegal mining sites to collect bribes, enabling the illegal operations to persist unabated. Speaking in an interview on Nyankontong Munsem on Rainbow Radio in Ghana, Tete asserted that both current and previous administrations have failed in their effort to address Galamsey. We have used the police and soldiers and yet have not been able to deal with the situation. It is also not surprising that 9 Blue Water guards have been arrested for accepting bribes and impersonating NIMOS officials. From the previous government to this one, they have made very little effort in dealing with Galamsey. The government is pretending to be fighting Galamsey. It appears our authorities are not serious. Even licensed mining companies are breaching our laws. Tete has said so. There's a compromise by some security agents who have been deposited and also deployed to go to areas where they think people are flouting the rules by going through illegal mining of destroying our water bodies. And those people go there and extort money, and then they take bribes from people who are incriminated by doing the illegal practices. And he was talking about both the previous government and now the government are playing with our minds. They are not helping the matters. Galamsey has been on the increase. And so no more to come this morning as we're moving on quickly. Now, you are 12 million proud sponsors, and we have a little announcement. Now, 12 million pay current news on BBC website this morning. The Prime Minister in the UK, all the way in the Ukraine. Now, yesterday I briefed you about the report in regards to the Prime Minister visit, his first visit to Ukraine. Now, Ukraine drone factories may face attack from unknown sources, says Kremlin advisor Andrei Fedorov, as an advisor to Kremlin, says that there might be a semi-military response against UK drone factories, unknown sources, over sharing of blueprint for British-made cruise missiles component. His comment also comes on BBC Night as UK Prime Minister Andy Burnham says his plan to travel to US next month with European leaders to lobby US President Donald Trump, on Ukraine's defense needs. He also said that while the details were not fully confirmed, it is likely he will go the trip, and he will also face his first to the US since becoming the Prime Minister in July. Leaving today, I am quite clear that what I need to do in the next few days or few weeks, he said, following his official visit to Ukraine on Monday, during which he promised to continue pressuring Russia. Now, UK has also agreed to hand over blueprint for British-made component for the Scalp missiles, a French version of the UK Storm Shadow cruise missiles. The blueprint will allow Ukraine to produce the long-range weapon domestically, and the UK will give assistance to Ukraine to add up their game, to have a blueprint to set up their drones, to also monitor, and then they can also tackle Russia in any way. Organized crime arrests in A6's crash investigation, and then that is in the UK, and surge in AI-assisted complaints putting extra strain on councils and schools. Into more of the AI administration is a rising tide of complaints writhing with the help of AI is subsequently increasing the workload of schools, local councils, and other public bodies. The BBC has been told that a chatbot can produce complex argument, often quoting regulations or act of parliament, with documents running to dozens of pages long. One body said complaints once contained to a single sheet, as A40 sheet could now run to 20 pages. The AI also made error and sometimes misquoted legislation and further added to the time it takes to deal with grievances. Many people say AI make complaining more accessible and effective, with one person telling the BBC it has made a real practical difference in how I have been able to represent myself. However, Deborah Evans, Chief Executive Officer of Lawyers in Local Government, which also represent about 5,600 lawyers working the local authorities, estimated the organization need double and the current workforce to deal with the massive increase in complaints. And Don Heverson, who also struggled with writing, said AI can help people complain more easily. In the past, you have able to pick about the phone to speak to somebody, and she told the BBC, we are all pushed down to this road to send emails. And so somebody who also neurodivergent are also or intimidated by the written word would just simply not complain. The posts across social media also testify the popularity of using AI to challenge parking fines or appeal benefit decision. The AI is helping, but there are some issues on AI. That's have been a lot of complaints about the councils and other bodies in the UK making such surges. And okay, as we move on quickly to bring you all the information, tidbit and more, we traveled all the way to Ghana to bring you some discussion this morning in connection with the losses, 1.7 billion gold losses. Now, there are people who are giving different explanation and different interpretations. And Afenyo who thinks that he has been slain by some comment by the CEO, Sami Jemfi. He has been sued by the Court of Competent Jurisdiction. Tiyako inimna to admit so no pay enche na poso ni ato admit so tew. Yanko inimna to
The news, the interviews, what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station on digital online.
Alaji, I'm jamming katame. Me to me no. Don't want it very big. Me do what I want. Oh, why didn't you baby? My secretary can walk. Me who said you're very gentle. You know your way. Ya bragway. Sewama. Me damina.
The Unity Link Financial Services Limited happened to be a proud sponsor this morning. Cash pickup to 18 banks and all banks. Bank deposit to all banks in Ghana. Airtime top up at Unity Link Financial Services Limited. 10 more minutes to 10 o'clock now. You'll be on my trophone. And Opeming is a pinnacle of Mufaba education. Education is your pinnacle. Pinnacle is all the way in Wales. And Opay in your Mufaba Church. I'll say, enche na September the enrollment in the Basun. Tomorrow we free say till. About business, law, IT, tourism, and hospitality. Now, most importantly, na your health care and social care. And no degree and MBA. The Bombardier said. For Pinnacle and Mufaba education, we are EU pre-settlement and as indefinitely to remain a British citizen. Grant was student grant and student loan, 2-day classes, evening and weekend available for MBAs, assessment guidelines, support for Pinnacle teaching team Ebebuao for 079-471-52878. 079-471-52878. It's a Pinnacle and Mufaba education. AJN and Co Limited, a chartered accountant, business advisor, specialist in preparation, annual account bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. Into AJN and Co Limited, a banner, general insurance, your life cover, medical health insurance and protection, P45 and P60. Now, so check all your P45. Now, with me, I'm our advice on that. Into AJN and Co Limited from 016344 70495 and 0788-30777-742. And we are AJN and Co Limited, Chartered Accountant Business Advisors. Sendwave money transfer. Say send money home to Ghana with Sendwave. A fast, easy money transfer from UK straight to Ghana. Not just from your phone. Download Sendwave apps. No, now use promo code Hot Digital in capital letters and get £10 bonus credits for your first time as you do transfer. Enti Bombodia say, year special promotion up to 31st of October 2026. In the Sendwave money transfer, send love and pay and so Chidom, one of our proud sponsors. Fatherland Visa Travel and Tours Worldwide, the banner passport one send airline ticket. Ayenia Francis Frisbee Park, London, November 4, 3 Echo Green on 0207 6196 3843 and 079 3965 6111. Tianuye Fatherland Visa Travel and Tours Worldwide. DJ N Foods, and so Yankai say, oh, yeah, occasion be, maybe an attitude here, so many new mao, Ghanaian unity to watch jollof rice, ice kinky, everybody best serving coffee, so bolo, and saying coffee, ginger drink, any der kikahua, we hear trophy near dia. DJ N Foods bet to me, I have supplies in now, and to from 075 070 869 32 and 079 622 59421. Tianuye DJ N Foods and pay and so Chidom. They can also say Rhapsody Apartment. Say Oko Ghana now pay baby a lodge be 2 weeks beer. Now here Airbnb and here Rhapsody Apartment. Na omo ewo North Legon, Soa Peaceful Lane, Abloy J Cox PQW plus NP. Ho and omo discount the memao free Wi-Fi and DSTV. Electricity need here one over 20. Electricity no get like be cable metal wire where they carry and they come with cost. Into definitely you need to bear a little cost on that one. $50 a night. Now airport pickup into from or plus 233 5538 30229 and plus 44 744 1744 5311 265 plus 44 744 5311 265. Into no a Rhapsody Apartment. Kwekunyame and the Great Davison Band at the live in concert bro. Na in 2 weeks time war Dominion Center 9 Broadway High Road Wood Green N22 London 6DS on the 5th of September in Timau free Fred Mewe any Kojo entry and various artists will also be given letter assistance. Fred 077 288 76027 077 288-76027. I know your Davison Group Band and I'll pay and Subo Chidom. Health Expo, Basso, Health Expo, no, Jumedia Strunkwa, Eba Atitu, Abetintin Yampomu, Yapomu Ding, into my win free, say Health Expo, no, Basso. Na main cows say, Bebasso Arsenal for Stadium, Emirates Sports Stadium from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the 5th of September. Sponsors Tap Omega TV any GKD now in collaboration with from Restored Health Community Outreach any Guba Foundation any can Omona Edu Jumedi Eba intima we free say Community Health Wellness Festival celebrating Ghanaian, African, Caribbean health and well-being. It is something special for you. A free on by BP, any sugar checks, cholesterol checks, and a prostate cancer check. Health talks. Na ombesa a workshop or practical tips for you and the family, and also live music and entertainment. Great vibes all day long and delicious foods. We'll also be giving some foods rendezvous and networking. On the 5th of September, and also Menka also say Acquiside UK. African Help UK, Africa Help UK partners and the UK House of Chiefs, Queens, in collaboration with Ghana Tourism Authority, presented the Aquaba UK, Acquiside UK in a grand celebration inclusive of tourism, culture, heritage, and royal tradition. Now, also working with the youth in support of inclusive health and education. In the free. About so York Green Community Center 34 Lavender Road, Wandsworth, London, XW 11 2UJ, like I said, 2 Union Gravy, and the time 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and from 30th of August, like I said, next week, and in just 2 weeks, and the Nana Hima Amonu Jemfua Debra, Asantufo Hima 1 UK and Ireland Governor Akweside UK into 2-4 will also be part into HM. Like I said, His Majesty O24 said to Asantene will be part into Maui Free official partners and sponsors Heritage and Lemfi NG Group name and Afrex into companies ni bebena and a shas into Jumedino Ebaso Silent Night a year residence guest house and so Kumasi tis a uku Kumasi na okwe business trip ya no ko busua for na ope bibia lodgia like I said 15 minutes from Prempeh International Airport and no ye isu boa whether you're traveling for business enjoying a family holiday or visiting loved ones or simply looking for a relaxing gateway silent resident guest house or more relaxing beautifully furnished and suite rooms with super king size air-conditioned modern comfort and delicious complimentary breakfast prepared for you especially so wabaho na Ghanaian nuanu benya titu and so etwa wonu spedede oho omo bebi omutumdia conferences ene se bia wo ye graduation bi ama oba we invest in graduation bi ana say wedding reception bi engagement ne other celebrations ani na no silent night resident guest house wo Kumasi na my numbers no 054-094-2916 and I also say 079-304-21495 079-304-21495 silent night Kumasi at gmail.com step ahead foods so Ghanaian nuanity too and I'll be nyanti open step ahead foods I will call most of the leaning shops and I said the Ghanaian shops and I guess ubenya step ahead foods no be mo brands ne wo ho nti bombodia se bia unya fanti dokuno ne crunchy plantains any soft golden tropical bread any de keka hu na ubenya bi e wo tutu step ahead foods mo brands no say from the heart of Ghana to your table in the UK welcome step ahead foods nti I say okoho ubenya the quality brands of step ahead food fresh 074-976-56309 and I also say admin at stepaheadfoods.uk. E&J Handyman about carpentry works, door fixing, hanging, fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And on your E&J Handyman on 074-324-02117 074-324-02117 and there E&J Handyman and pay and so able to them. Menka also say trader Jasi Ibusua Penyin Kweku Nkrumah and the entire family. To suffer say one near bar or my me, Mrs. Ya Nyaku from Trader Ashanti region of Fremono, Nukunu Reverend Robert Nyaku. Na a Mauja on ho ichri root Nana Ya Obobi UK. And I Miss Angela Atakra, Mami Asidatele, and Mrs. Priscilla Denchi, UK, and Mrs. Claudia Dapa, siblings, Mr. Stephen Amwating, Auntie Akusua Adey Atunsu, Ama Enchua Takwa, and no, I won't cry. So for Mami Akusua Cha, also Kumasi, and Friday the 28th, Friday year, and a yin babaso. Trinity Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Postcode no Trinity Presbyterian Church of Ghana, London. Postcode no XC12 OLQ from 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Cemetery at the Green Axe Communal Park Cemetery. 2:30 p.m. Onombeko Ekokoja Yamamichi Kwai. Saturday the 29th. Peckham. Harris Academy, postcode near XC15 5 Delta Zebra at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thanksgiving services, Babaso, Christ Redeemer Church International, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., and Progress Hall, London, XC9 1SL. Yenua Bema principal, and so Papa Nimponga, we free mo Mr. Stephen Anane Amankwa, our free mono. Ne yen Babaso on the 5th September, sending XD Akahon Samabohu de Ro, na Baso United Reformed Church. Grange Park Road, London E10, 5EP, nearest train station, Central Line, Midland Station, Suffragette Line, and Tienshan and so. We're on the 5th at 6 p.m. sharp, bus 58, 158, 69, and 97. Nina and so, and I'm on Tienshan and so. Do what? Na Yakubwa Inuya Bema principal. And the man free numbers here 079 132 778, and I said my hill that was 079 432 32189, and I Kwame it was 079 494 93990. The ancient and so ho two young queen not into a unit. All right, you're going to admit to pay till now. I'm also at 11 now. So for assuming any CCBs are sorry, Eddie, I'm sending Brian pay. I'm money now. Young coin in to admit so. All right, and what's happening to you now? Young call. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, Francis near.
Francis.
Okay, good Francis into.
Valentine.
Yes.
And obviously I don't know Franklin Kujo today. Franklin Kujo, right? Or a man in Ghana. Yalanka Omudia, almost Omudam Finfin, right?
Yeah.
But you need or you can see the previous government, right? No, BBA or some Wakasa. But government we buy, what keep him mute. And I see me describing so also. As also, the car okuta me no untimin kumumpuno untimin yepuno. He's too big. So what can I say? That's how he is. Yes, me making it up, right? And your leader of the parliamentary caucus, Afinya marking the way and writing. So the no caucus.
Yeah.
So well. Or tiny image. Well, this guy worked at the age of 24, no bonny bra. Onye Ubia Wabase Yan Sonny Musu, he has done a lot in life, right? Inti Saube tiny image well radio so because Obusao basic question as Ubia Busa. I mean, then I mean, tell Pana, let me say, and this for no. Only funny people, you know. Or say, yeah, MPP buy, and yeah, the scam, Emma, yeah, create jobs, yes, Scacom. Now you create jobs as Scacom, and say, yeah, Nigan, youth employment, no, my demand for no. No, the money, at least it was not big money, but it helps a lot. So, no, we're going to 800, 700 cities a month. It's not bad because it's better than sitting home without doing nothing. Indeed, look, I could say a government in the most useless government in 8 years, right? And now we've seen the most useless government in the 2 years of my baby. Van, please, can you tell me a single thing I benefited Ghanaian citizen in Ghana? Can you tell me one, please? At the end of this year, says the maker said, my bomb in Samama for 2 years. I don't know my van.
Don't say dollar.
Dollar no. We cannot capitalize on dollar because prices for market, you know, cover 30%. Indeed, dollar no worth 14 or say worth saying, I don't get it. They're not doing, look, you promised to do something. You've not done anything to us. You say, resetting. Yeah, resetting. No, what are they resetting? What are they resetting now? Yeah, education. They say, this year I'm trying to fail pacha. I'm failing. Healthcare. Analogy be look, these people think Ghanaians are so timid. We don't know what is going on. Look, we have family over there. We don't live there, but we have family over there. We call over Accra and Kumasi. What is happening to Ghana economy? The economy is not moving. Accident is everywhere. Wouldn't say Friday in Krabi, I say the president is not talking about the accidents, the carnage on our roads. There is carnage on our road. Why is the president not mentioning it? The carnage on our road. It's getting too much, man.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
Good friends is good, man. And I'm saying to you.
Va Michia Obibia. Mob sorry, Anna. Mobe take MPP communicators. Your son, your pact. If you attack one, you attack all. And to walk with some phone call out to Finland, or the cap as a mama, Buruguana. Man you don't care no. So Obana Bekasetia Lee, Quampe Camp, that's him any of our communicators be a will be cat. China one family will be our. I remember President Mama Ebuno said Ghana said laws, rule of law. Jumanka Papa free power as I see a dinner court. I try no. That no President Kufuado to so President Mama. Any Sami Jemfi and some Georgian code the pressure to President Kufuado say only state of emergency. Now, almost about within 1 week obey declare and President Kufuado who say is only saying to declare state of emergency. And a moment Suma say, oh yeah, the Abama, and President Tujai and Siciano more take power. Who take power, President Mama back at there and say 80,000 tons na yena Siciano Aqua had resisted 1,000 tons a result of Galamsey. Galantina, Amana good no do aba. Na say we declare state of emergency, a best say economy. President Kufuado the Mammy Awono. President Kufuado now Mumu catch and say only declare state of emergency and Namso economy is already a name me one chairman Awono. Mona Munim Nyansa. Edwo President Mama any pa Ushanoa. To me the backward Jessica drone, I believe I will be one of them. Say, who to me sacrifice Ghana for over Sicadia, then now any part to me the Jessica drone. Because Kwalebu for the better just say Ghana is so says, it's only so Pompey and family pa. And then, as you come out of Ben Braqua and Patem, Ghana water phone to me Pompey so. I'm the Eberto. Okay. Ubuzua at a coffee. Is what is a coffee and almost a sign I say, Yendianum, people are dying. Kidney diseases. And Robso Manum Kuala, let us 9 years in Yana. Uncle go the number of Swana, Massa Swaka Boka. Short employment in a World Bank for any IMF near the other two just say stubborn high, 30%. Stubborn high. Now what to one I say, what to go to the over 11 billion. Stabilize the economy and that's unemployment. Sensible, 11 billion or Sanka, all the BA factories. I don't do better to maybe. But the Kufuado at the one district, one factory, a buyer, private partnership. And then now, so this is a Darko farms, so other businesses are there. Almost to me, watch him, open management. And unemployment, as well as existing market, existing bank, 24 hours. Accra economy, people are dying. And you pay rule along so you don't care, bank you don't care. Say rule of law, yeah, Juma, President Mama, free power. We should take him to court and try him and say, or just say Ghana swear say he will defend and protect Ghanaians. We're fairly. Say law, yeah, Juma, or free power, we should try him because I can't no correct.
One pecker into you.
To Medasene Aquina, Menchia Eddie California,
nso yɛbɔ aba so ne court management na maamoyɛ. Memo the gallant communicators aba so. Yeah, Juma. The mission is to recapture power 2028. And to Ubia the way I see energize your home. Now you mobilize your home. A child is we are in for business. And to Ubia Basso. Now, men put in a clear Obaya Miamiaba remains our deputy communication director. UK has said, and that needs to be clear, and people should accord her that respect. It is only the moonshine. People who have lost the argument will come and attack her. Obana Okasa, she represents people, and it is a Obana argument national personality. Valentine, for people's information, Obaya of course, did you see? No, you call MPP a program as or no digiska. Me personally me wo account to ameneno edili and never in a day I meet me akasemini abai will be accusing an answer or pointing accusing finger when it comes to say sika ye jiji. And for somebody to come and just tarnish her image, only bibiya kana wa betu ogumusa emwa why Juma hot from Yaya or sweeper and only they won't get a chance to contribute. But no ne Casaye, ne defe faya obisiayo, one obey no be Piescala. It is for you to come and just all of a sudden start attacking her. No, it is na a bit because when it comes to say mass of nation on this airways. Mama is our target. Only this to me I said in Ghana for Equatua because of and saying who be our catch Ghana for. Are you mean what has changed? Let me start with reparation as my can was in. Say Yawa Basobo Bia, young famo 2 4 first. Because Papa know 2 1 more. No be quite baby as I would your mama first step. What did you do about reparation? I didn't plan out can significant. If we revisit the Akaya, you be who say we be reparation during your first step. What banner up then when our sanitation started and a Kufuado built it on it. A Kufuado soon make case where enter US Defense Assembly and Okan was it. Obayano, Unishi Yentino, and it tells you a lazy president. Unishi Cantino, Cop Ginababiano Babanan. I would have loved that platform, that question of Airbus. We know, Airbus, eventually the Airbus official one was you. That question should have been put before him. And then I was Ronana. And then such a question should be asked your mama. So eventually we got to know, and now then, who are official one. You are corrupt. And never any reparation, the mini problem, say, oh, Casafa. After all, the government may say continues and to buy to us one new problem. But I can't trust this man in a bit. So no same post a discussion and sir, he will put it in a very prudent use. Oh, Miss Romy DC. And so and then can't you go and the time, you're not facing the American say the best thing near a friend say Afamea. What is there? If you seek a justice from the court that we have, presided by Twaman and
and your Supreme Court and the High Court as
I know the High Court.
Defamation suit.
Defamation, Valentine.
But we cannot leave the court for say we cite different connotations say because it's for somebody or people have incorporated in court, so we should leave it for them. Where can we get our justice? We still have to test the law.
You see, that is a conundrum.
So you should not. But I mean, that one day you can do it, but you still have to test the law. Because when you come to power and you have a breast with the judges, some of the judges.
We have
the opposition say that because they won't go to court.
OPI is dancing to the government of the day.
But I know and sound will be yeah, that's it. That's Papa. Thank you very much. One matter into you.
Yo, Monsieur Bia.
Bia Jodo.
And the date is 25th August.
Yeah, 25th, yeah, sure.
No, antimatter. 21st September, we invite all a tearful in a when I work at now, what my address. Later on, with my address, but 21st September, Kwame Kumane birthday. Me invite this. Member party. A da, Moama, a hard digital, a don't me a party. Let me invite all ladies and all men. The one blind, one bedroom one.
Oh, okay.
And the other quarter. Yo, it be a back and there. Say, what our president, what you know, quarter, will be Jerry.
That was some right, Juma.
Mahama, because of Garamiseo. They don't know what they are talking about. Some of them think when they come and they speak good English, then they are really backing the party MPP. And as what Banas, what Katia or Dawa, no one back the party in this MPP. So what they are Sami Galam say, Samaro International Quarter, Impa, what bet the can when you're not dealing, what cost some debt and so on our former president, Akufo-Addo. I'm not afraid to point it out. Nanya Mahama, as a common a person, or put Ghana right. Good for oil. That I'm saying, when I know you be. Good for oil. Now you're good for oil. Nanku for oil one down there. Mpatamoda.
Me too, pa. Maybe me kasa bakare maybe some question to me kasa me mouth.
And you're good for oil. And I'm a girl say what it. I went in one western region. I've been with the table. We've been with the Accra from when you make baby a weapon. That a man in an our area using a swim far or in Smawa or proper station when we're down street. One cabisa.
Okay.
Papa work more and yet be no idea I check it. Say, in some part, Yajiri Yachakano. Yes, in super topoto near the alone, Yaja too. No, I have foot a fita near Jayachake. Mabua. Nanyaka can young crafting years, one that some kidney problems there.
All right.
Into the bill of Yama Hammer or Bako, or Bako, one person, uncle, instead me person is finance. Sammy Dempsey, them was a major. One chance from 2026 to now. What quarter for not quarter for when the assembly.
Okay, Yati. Akwada video ntio na yanko Uncle Joe na yanko yenua Kwame Thames with ho. The ntio akwada video.
Yo, Mr. Valentine, that's very young boy shop. I'm at a shop of my girlfriend. Uncle Joe, Chow, Sasson, Aquabeca. I'm saying, wow, Nanamisa, Kofi, official this year. And then my Miss Obaya, Nana said, I say, and appear of a chop, but me if it's upon me as a pedu. Over dear boy, and then paying for my canina, a chamina. Onyango Pansam and Craig. Uncle Pansam say, on a donor, no, I didn't edit bonny view 1 year, as my phone, you might, it's what you know, and watching. If you are seeing idea a yaho, it's not a register home. Idea a him who did not a register home. Only pass 1 year be a register. Over how was I'm here quite fine. Yari, 1 year grass, Ubi dear grasso. So, if you are seeing answer Obegun a nipa ufi said, Oye de Panum, Nansona Oye de Panum. And easy.
Okay.
Answer a nipa ufi so him answer, and only Yansano, and easy. And before say, at a chenema equemu etre. na atagya nso ama uhuru sɛ kwa mu etre da atagya ba no sɛ kwa mu tre edi obiara nkyekye de wrɛ sɛ yɛ busua mu sɛ yɛ asɔre mu sɛ yɛ ɔman mu sɛ yɛ hwan edipa hia awerɛkyekyere fi sɛ biribi aheto ha de a biribi aheto ha de a nhuru sɛ deɛ enipa a ofiri sɛ oyɛ nipa no nhuru sɛ oyɛ nipa biribi heto ha de a na hu sɛ nipa a ofiri sɛ no onim nyansa sɛ onim nyansa enipa ofiri sɛ ɔdɔ wɔ no sɛ wɔ no nti mo obi abota ne yam na atechaba nso no ebem ehunu sɛ de ekwasiti alatani was say when the wind blows then we see the ash the nyash of a fowl and from aba eni ehunu akoto so from a moya uhunu akoko de to and from aba BBC ɛna ma yehunu sɛ sɛ wiase etimi yedim obiara so obiara nyansafo obiara dwadwempa obiara bɔdo homoden den so no the kajo said bibi efiri so bɛte bayre kase mu ama bayre mo kase no enya ebasi atoma ɛna ehunu sɛ de edoma setie to obiara di na yesua noma erade hye obi biara wan
era se akwa nso de no ankejo entio.
Oh, but good morning.
Morning, let's say.
Oh, Bibi Aboko.
Okay.
That's a part of Mammy Kwanzaa in Casa.
Okay.
Your friends, Metra, a Ghana for the MPP for you, Aqua David or Quem, Michelle Pani, Mam Sawana, Quam Chance made our Basu, Dr. Obay, I'm in answer. But your friends, I may a happy pass, honorable afternoon marking. Or they a friends, Sammy Gentry, and Erica J.
Yeah.
And Kwamse Fakan, Peace FM, because I don't know Kwamse Fakan did we are pass or my Erica J. So Erica J started saying, sir, where a friend said, honorable partner marking a extortionist and this. Oh, and Sana, a friend said, Sammy Gentry, and so. Or you're there in the press conference or the two.
And the Sammy Jifika before.
Debbie.
John, no kind. And no so cut now, no kind.
Oh, okay. Yo.
The press conference was.
Me challenge you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Until Roman, you need. What I say, some me can once them say, as some Debbie. And they say, or they call a friend, say, no, or they call court, no. And I'm a second issue here. A friend said, President Mama, Debbie, and I just said, see, you know, I appreciate it, you know. Your friend say, yeah, to your friend. On him say, exporters, and so every hour more complain. Because I was saying, in your factories, maybe all mine, now export to answer the yeah, to me, I complete. Oh, but I said, importers and Kuan or money, and then never obey Bassa, and I just said, you may be any Krumo into a motion year. And we say, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the Bian, they can ask them, say, so, oh, Napa, Ebedi, Nangopo, Bono, Bedi, or Mansua, or be change BBA, because, yeah, just as Omsi and a sky for good, and so Mano, it means develop, the Biana, a subject, a Ohianquana, a friend say, oh, why, into no Catamacano.
You do, yes, Yenti, and I come in soon, and Cobus for.
You are offering me, you are power, we are both said, only a bush.
Bibi Aboko, into your honor.
It's your Mrs. Obaya, that him and Nana. Once a while, thickness name money that. Son of the chairman, you are coming to pick up, or so far, but David, I will do. And then you are afraid. That's the child. The child, we are coming from the child, we are. Minister our problem will resolve it, but a little work to be in here almost before. His son said that you are because you are no being to the political illiteracy, and the person be on over. No, and attend the or portrays political illiteracy, because and someone who is got nothing to do with politics. It's got nothing to do with politics. You came to attack a personality. What is wrong? Let me say, man, it's not going to help you. One consider say, oh, party or yadia, then be or anyone nobody. Whether you've done something wrong or whatever, you have to brush it off. And yes, now so now when you say, no, yeah, no. Only see it mere with you. Or and they didn't even volunteer. And your management and the volunteer, you say, only never only this. Let's for you to come and punish her image, it's very bad. And I was so disappointed. Say, man, why they collected 50,000, 100,000 pounds? They couldn't even get up to 2,000 pounds. And you are coming to accuse them for what? It's very, very, very bad. Obviously, stop that. Nigerian politics on this radio is politics that we deal on this radio. And your personal attacks. Me say NDC, I don't recognize them as a political party, their behavior, and no comment on more. I have to put off the radio because as someone that one yet, what was it? And now the catch was there. As almost say, become now, almost practicing off. What was this? Is your move raise your fenyo and our fenyo, a fairly same case, no, and almost say on the headline. It tells you these people say they are not patriotic, they are unpolitical, they don't know, I don't even know how to describe these people. Now, all kinds of say, it's not on their moment, it's only 4 years. They will account for everything. And then, executive, into because you are accountable to Ghanaians if you don't know. And then you can use your power to say whatever you want to say. Officer, you are mind the way you talk. And I'm not a friend of mine in the tax. You are not a political platform. You are going to be accounted for every penny. It would mean, you know what, I have piano cancel. It's not a year, a friend is saying, a year campaign. Now, how are these films just say, hey, get yourself ready. I don't pay them, they can't make that.
I was for you.
You Valentine, that's it. My main chair on the main chief for Minister of Body, John Dramani Mahama, and the Vice President. Now, Valentine, I'm saying, we are no one can Kasai, or one to my same say, when I make us a main team, and also, I would urge you say, okay, my main dress family, okay, say a personal. I don't have any issue. Mini or how be I say, you may be ma obaya, you must say on your momo. And Banny say, oh, ye gentle bois. Mini or how. And tell some humanity as ye say, oh, gentle bois, and your share. Ah, oh, Baba Bo be dean say, ye, tia, won't ya. Obo me dean, say ye tia mean tia. Your mammy come make a sa.
I don't know who's going to.
So what? And I make into the own, me cry me the catch and maybe say, a choir of us so editing to Bueno,
management
because it wasn't appealing. And
no crying, I was support you. And no crying, why did you choose to raise that issue? Because that issue is an ideal issue. So why do you, because we are doing politics now. So why do you have to bring in that one? Because when you do that, it means that now we know what targeting the pants of Becca channel. That is, I think that is unfair on your side. So why? So let us not let us leave it. Let us leave it.
We did not boy and mammy baby.
Okay, what clear on to the young queen? What clear?
Italiano Montias, Kwame Moncheno. I almost saw ya there, but you need to teach her how to the model on which to run. In fact, you need to be appealing, and that's your friend appeal. No, you need to find a way. But when you mention somebody to make that person to defame the person, say, and Jeffrey, there is account number. I know. So, how was she able to know? Say, I have not paid through the account. Does she manage the account of Hot Digital Online?
Okay.
I will say even I could have paid through account number. And this is it's a confidential thing. Because it comes with a lot of information.
The way I will make you statement now, who accuse you of buyer, and then man of who draw say, and then can you say, because I win here.
Me nkasa wa for bisika me nkame me fa me nimpo hu se wa physically me sida we ka say
eno no hu nya say obeyesa to there
me nkasa
let's leave it
once you volunteer em say agaga majority or no buy is here or see they should demand a full audit of the gold trading scheme no in Ghana.
That's right.
He's calling for it. It shouldn't be limited to 2005. And my question is, so where should it be limited to? Then we need to go back to the establishment since the days or years of the establishment of PMMC. And so I don't see the reference here. And that is why sometimes I wonder the mindset and the intelligence are. They just want to extend and make news and waste our time. Let's limit to if somebody think like keep saying say it's a big fee says the fini go board about man corner. They know the legal framework to apply. So they should go ahead and do
but
that.
this one they can do it in parliament. That's why they are
exactly. Exactly. Just summon the person to come in here and then the committees will take over. But Agaga also coming to put this in said it's demand full audit of that it shouldn't be just limited to 2001. When MPP came in, we know there was a lot of administrative or financial distraction under their tenure, but it cannot be limited to that.
So
where do
you want him to start, or the probe should start? You should start from when?
It should start from the establishment of the gold board.
Oh, okay, all right. Not just this one. Just this one. Now you should
just this one. So we move from there because previously, before gold board, nobody came to raise any concerns of financial.
I agree with you.
And you don't have to wait for Afenyo to, raise these concerns about gold board before you are now coming to tell us we should go back. It's a waste of time.
Prophetess, ain't you?
Mr. Valentine, nyame nhyira wo pa nyame nyɛ okɛseɛ ɔma adom no nyɛ kɛse wɔ abrabom ɔmpagya ɔma wo so ɔma wo nkonimdie sɛ wode ɔdɔ ɛdɔ ɔman Ghana obi a wotie bia obi a ɔbaa mu nyame nhyira mo sɛ mutimi ɛka bibi fa yɛ man nyame nhyira mo dodo ɛfiri sɛ ɔman no yɛ man na mɛka masɛm kakra nyame ye baso a na ye suma onyankopon wa ye kokuroko kantamanto e kantama ye nto ehuna bobrim mi mu wura na ono na asuma ye ene ye betimi akaye national item go o say yenara ya sasini eyabo di dimayen moja nananum shiegu yede to omayen True mini was so siebe ye bia toaso. So, woman da homa yina, woman a mine. Okay, Psalm 112 verse 6 was it pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Jerusalem was from Via, now men peer was as it should be a was from Via. That they prosper, that love thee, peace be within the walls. Tia boko o my ganem. Nana, someone day banner say. When you miss your minor, your Prime Minister we see so John Dra Mahama say, Chairman, won't to me a cool beba or mine if we saw some G any or mine. Then you miss a man shout and common man common on Yami Bemanabum. Won't be you really see, Chairman, won't to me a man song. Se esese wo mu jano se wo ma nyano a ye de wo no ebeba ama man ti Ghana for se yama sa chema wontumi enfiri mu a nyankopon se ekon no beba ne kon no moma ye prepare enti se wo biara wo biara moma ye nyina nya baako na nyame emfa ye prime minister no so na onwili si no
okay
chairman wontumi be released in the name of Jesus. We are praying that the Lord has spoken. It will surely come to pass that you will come out in the name of Jesus from that prison. In Jesus' name. We believe and it will surely come to pass. It's not by might, not by power, by his spirit, says the Lord. Mo, Nana, Nyamishra.
Prophetess, no. That's my intuition. You too, catch your show.
On the 8th of August, yeah. And I am MPP4. Every new mandate.
Oma will top up.
top up.
Hey, that's your man, no. Tomorrow, the dead.
Oh, na ma do a feed kasi so die. And go for bi wo ha ma no ma se na ma yetiafo.
Okay, and the ain't you.
Me nua be man Lee nyame onhyira wo. Kwa me pekam. Omo gina wa feed kasi so etie mu. Wo ba ya. Na omo so mo pe andi owusu ene da che hema. Omo bo hye na ene omo ni swade gu na abem. Onyame wonhyira mu nyinala ma mo sai mo tam titiriw ene Uncle Lee ene kwa me pekam kwa me nso tan gina ho ama South London musa aba no ya to mo makenkan awieni na me san faso Uncle Joe me nua na kwa me Thames Mate me chapter chairman Frank Edu say Sedman one na na bi onyame wonhyira mo papa ene MPP fo nyala ma mo bom paye ma me ko no ne ye use nipa mienu against one ewi ase kra de omo maje mi hu bi da sem MPP tafo timi bem omo so mo aye ntafo so ma obi a wone master da che nyimanu mapa ene gidi a MPP ma ehunu se adwuma na maye metimi aye ne ntino omo se da bi de oye bi da ne ye to ano so nya de wo ba be try enti we took experience over experiment. Okay. And then Omasa renew my mandate. Onyame shira omunyinala. Na me nkonya Northampton chapter. Chairman Paul, one the first vice Joe Crampa. And Northampton chapter now almost mame. Okay. Aba a short and just a mechanic behind. I have 18 chapters, 12 when you maybe out of 16 in a 2 year. 16 me we need 12 and I'm opponent so far before. Okay. Now me wait just say MPP for we did with me. I mean women when you must so. You want to the Ashamin Sano. May you know Abro said yeah, the Sokra. I said that PSC come over by ya.
Then the old ban and that's it, Anna.
Now I said I may be a crabby.
Oh, and 1 minute to be top up.
I'm a matter. Ekasayana Yamasa from me bree. Just say, Valentin. John Dramani Mamma and Ibrahim Mamma, you are Ben Oye.
Was it my John? Is there a mine, you know?
Wouldn't to me, a Juma Ben Oye.
You want to mean also a business, a minor.
You see, I am not a real Simon on a cracker, Ed, and I think can't way. Mamma Matas or Bebo former president, the Kufuado, won't show. Name one of me was say, Ibrahim John Draman, Ibrahim Mamma, and we are John Dramani Mamma. Well, yeah, a year, your friend is a mine and a year. Want to meet the way you be the year. I didn't need part to me tiny part on no basis. Mamma who said, want to meet the water now, the subby, and in the baby. You was a lady, where your MPs, NDC, MPA, Fenner, Joanna Hine. We will finish the kind name. And yet, man, or ye. That's what was I lady no.
Joanna Jan.
And here Juan or ye Juan or ye Western region. Mammy Mata, Quaffet Joanna Jan, and Sasia was anyone more. And it about to me when it didn't. May come on what to say. You were to be. I'm a prophetess, Yami Unshra. Unshra, pa, no more in Swadi, the bedroom. Wouldn't to me when your body be a, wouldn't to me when your galam say, said you need to become. Say you were. Near the John Dramani Mama, Ibrahim near to me yet mine. I will get Ghana Nima Mapadia. And they want to me no one say Ghana Nima Pa. What fata for a year mine in it be. Okay. Now what time, what kind of case I didn't tell you. It's nothing to do with Galam say, Mamma Mata, get it right.
You, that is, never we see no
been. I know, me no be see, I know, 7 years I form ready, sir, judgment now, Papa de Maya, Obi did what a defamation. And yet 20 years imprisonment. Mamma Mata, what kind of judgment? Nature what time, who they get for the Nana Galam say, you were Mamma at the show, you had a helicopter. And you did a transfer, I did a way equipment, Echo Galam say site.
Oh, I am not Papa, no be some baby. That's it. And in let's hear you.
Hey, my man, how are you?
Yeah, all is well.
Evantam, when they come on there and they shouting, tell them that they should
No,
cool
no,
down.
no, no.
Because,
Please.
no,
Don't
they,
go
they're
there.
not
Don't go.
fighting with nobody. Are they fighting with shadow? I think they fight with their own shadow.
Please. Make your comment. I don't want any trouble.
Okay, let's go.
Because when somebody talks something against you, you get angry. So don't do that, please.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
We will, Valentine, listen. We will embrace compassion instead of resentment. Yeah? Anger and frustration.
Yeah.
We are not frustrated at all. We will control it. Look, we will always ask God to renew our minds with peace and truth. That is what we are up to. That is the reason why Sami Jemfi is so happy that Africa is bringing this thing to court. We'll crowd, and we will all see the truth behind. I tell you, nothing will be hidden under. That is why I continue to tell you, we are running a transparent government, accountability government. When I say this, people are shaking because they know what I'm saying is 100% true. Look, for 8 good years, the things that you were not able to do, we are doing it. So it pains you so much that you became a chop party and Sikadicious party. That is what you are up to. Look, that's the reason why Chairman Rollins said we should not mimic your behavior, because your behavior is very terrible. We cannot handle it. No way, NPD. So with all this behavior, you think Ghanaians will vote for you to come to power? Come on. Ghanaians don't vote their vote from down to top. Ghanaians are not behaving like the natives who live around the Benga Dam and Kalahari Dam. No way. And Valentine, are you listening to me, bro?
I'm listening to
Sammy
you.
Sammy knows the in and out of the story between him and Afino. He knows it. So he's not scared at all. That's my young man, my son. Come on.
Okay.
My bro. Okay. He's doing extraordinary well.
All right.
I don't know who the MPP are advertising for. You're advertising for who? And I will plead with Future Queen, who just spoke, the Future Queen, who just spoke, to organize, how do you call it, communication, workshop. And he should involve only the women. You should invite
Don't tag, because when they tag you, you guys have issues. You go and call Van Dyke and they make complaints. No. I don't want you to be getting you are in Home of Affairs. Embrace issues that are coming that are more practicable to help your government. But rather, if you go into the gutters, it will not be well with you, because in the first place, you have made loud noise to come to achieve the power. You are in power now. You know the essence of power. Don't mesmerize with power, because power is transient. That's the only advice I can give you. So 1 minute quickly.
Okay, but
move on.
Valentine, we are doing extraordinary work. And those who come to say, Ejapadil, listen, don't mind these people. They have their own agenda. Okay. So when you listen to them, your mind will change. Your mind that will change will bring you into the ditch. So continue supporting the NDC.
All right.
Continue to support a party which will make you a happy person in Ghana.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good
morning, Ba.
Morning.
Yo, me chia mi nua mema mo ma beka sanyina ne de e ma no da che ma any prophetess na aba e bom aba so. Ye de Nyankopon ase se wadwuma pa wo yi. MPP fo ahya wanimonyam e de mfi na ya sa aka ho. Enim so obeye adwuma na ma na bro de wo ye yi twa mu no kora so. Nyame nhyira prophetess so ye da ase pa no Bible. Nyankopon nhyira. Eva.
Yeah.
For your TF information, me obosom for me ni contact number no afre me aka kire me say edwuma me ye no what they say enye edwuma papa so abecha tro say o ka kire me o say me be di na temo o say o ka kire me but one ka bi bi an kire me
me pese we be distracted because we want some campacho yanko enim srew
na oba boni na mo manage je ne so no a wo say enye wankaso obedi matem obi use oba boni a enye good word say oba boni.
Listen to me at all. You won't listen to me.
Me too. But oh, many problem am me wa wo ho ne say.
Oba on country, oba e no. My catcher says, Branson or resist our issue. What church him now say no kind yeah, and the next man can assassin me because or buy any contracting is on yes, age man. Into your tias and you move on, sign a politics.
Oh, eh, and see what I to listen to me, bitch,
distract you. You have something to tell us. We have just few minutes to go.
Yo, Nini, and now over catch me say, me, what they say, agenda 111, na, baby, me, know I'm a boy, you know. Or they say, clinic, just listen to yourself. Sunday program, no, anybody see 8 years. Hospitals, I see, ye. Me make MPP ni be make a mubak. Nana Jane is a principal airport into a betu foot row. No, I was a MPP for no. A young man funny maybe in your politics. But a year, no, some big jam fini of an some crowd can not divert every home. MPP for no, more make 8 years. Now the move banamo end this for. Nam see a woman free a wood dear when they thrown in chapter so no. A tiana of fellas and better identify one. And I'm seeing the panama more back cry. Yapon, and so principal mammy time, Nami mommy you do. Me bomb the other tram was there be a clinic. Now, agenda 111, no. Yes, 8 years ago. Yes, 2022. Agenda 111. Young Quadi low. Taxes. And I need this year. And young staff party. Taxes. And I need this agenda 111. After the agenda 111, no. After I could need 8 years. You don't know what you are talking about. Short memory syndrome. Now, yeah, a Jumura. 250 million Ghana cedis. Akosim. Agriculture transformation agenda. And kokon kete 240 million. Akosim. Vegetable development program. 200 million. Akosim. Free Ghana, or they say a program. 280 million. Akosim. Ghanaian program. 250 million. Akosim. Women's Bank. 100 million. Akosim. National CD program. 100 million. Akosim. When I am the crew. Create root and say. What they say, 24-hour economy. 240 million. Akosim. Total spend. 1.8 billion. Ekokasa mi jamfi die ya moma via ya 1.7 billion yi ho a enye sika ketewa. Wonu za sika we. Emu 1.5 billion. Eko elikopoku ho. Emu 1.5 billion. Eko elikopoku ho. Wa beka kire se nkukọ no manum yi wo mu dentu wo ma vi. Na health insurance. Mo se gina ho de ye propaganda Mustafa Bandu. Mehu how they propaganda wo NDC for wafre wo mo na short memory syndrome ombetum futura go ni pani ye mama sa chance ni bi because papa Kofo dey health insurance say papa JJ say papa Kofo ebevia Ghana fo ntima ne kuro ma nwanafo emfa wo mu hunyim including NDC fo nyina ama wo mu nim what they say ayalesa ho nimdie bia esudi tu and so papa Kofo ne MPP nyansem no yetimi ya ne kakra ma and the end of 209 na ye free power no they are registered in 12.5 people and they are registered wo oh ya buy the one time premium Professor Tamils a trust one time premium we travel kwa we travel wo mu hunu ye e de ya wo ye ba ne ye hunu tete na abetete woman that puts on the fruit. John Mahame free so next what year by 11.3. And nipa more than 1.2 every so next what year by 1.3. And waiting so that's how woman said 1.2 billion. MPP so free so 2009. We ja woman sika 650 million Ghana cedis. But I see the 4 years can it be? Jayaka 1.2 billion. And no another biana kabafre. Na we ya betlim, na we ya betlim, na we ya betlim. President Yakufo Adone MPP nyansemu no. Ye tia can 1 billion. Ye free one no, na can ye 200 ye first time. Yes, ye ma health insurance
ɛsɛ gyina saa time mo ba ye no sɛ obi de ewu kura mpo no a sɛ bɛyɛ a ɔbɛrenew no obetumi atwa kwan abro 2 months ɛnso Dr. Bawumia no na mote ana makoma ne digital ne ntia wofa wo phone na abobo ya staff or whatever na dam no asa renew yefra ban mu no na ade ana ɛwɔ 11.3 no me di si wa ha ya 11.3 no na adjompo akɔ 17.5 million over 6 million asa ba bɛka ho yes Jessica 1 billion Ghana cedis eto ho mo yonko ne MPP fo wa bɛka kyerɛ me sɛ me mo hospital mienu it is about bonnet me di sika ma radio cosmo free Finland be join dia na nyansa ni pa ti sue nyansa efri me
Marcus yentio
yo Valentine ma ke no fe
ye joso so ho ye
na ho ye de me ho ye
okay yentio
ye ni aba ka ko ma to ye na pentokwa ye ya sa to a o wa so me be jira ka na jiri ya pata se da to kwanza mi o chiro be ba be ya
ai kwa ye nko ni me so
o be ba be ya lo am ni aba da chima na sa mi se mi take break ya kra na mi ni aba da chima ye ni a de mpabo ani e nyina support o ko ba zo obubu di wa mo yi so wa chiche mutete na mi ni aba ezu mi sha okru mu amene wa di o ya sa ye na ka da kra na me se mi ka me frɛ na ga the things that me di aba obubu di na me se
na o frɛ okay
wa so wa mo ye din bia na tell say wa ye one sided ya be sere bi na Valentine when the mesre ni anum ni adafo nyina say radio yenya ye wa bruchira Valentine ye kuro no mu hia ye serious ba anya sika nko o te ye be peda ya kwesi dan yo ye pepe sika kwesi dan yo ye ideas ene no ma ye wo no unti na through Ghana sabita fache na oni pa o mu sika bebre sino so no we so afra bruchira but they know say you have something different no money be anya sika ntini ye de da fo enti ye best bebre radio no ye share ideas say na ye be do ye kuro dan say about personal thing now we are you say no no start name for you because Valentine, I'll tell you something. First time I'm about radio so before the 19 in Ghana life okay say bass years ago now we would to Ghana the whole day near no my friend hello na Syria college ya fra omo fra ya tia wan ni atratra ni pa ha ni akikan samba na just akwye so partisan. But I'm afraid they are Wabrutran because of ideas in DNA level of intelligence and then baby idea we are doing. Okay, be different. It's your best baby. We share ideas instead of the personal attack that we are saying. Now, Obi Banas on any Yagana, Agana and Clubacofo. Oba Wabetra Wagging. Oba now on Tiasia. Oh, Minya Marcus and Nasama came and be no Yagano, but the Nanka me face alternative senior bay and I tell the Obaya Nabeka, Benamarcus in Yagi. We say, that when they try to the city, what is the last time I'll be passing? The country was Jeffrey last week. There's a autism I got supply this or Becantami.
You see, on also okay on the Aucan.
I do for Jeffrey, Billy, I don't talk. I mean, you're violent person. I wanted the family me will be bad, but the fine, but the point is, may I have a percent peace. Some are cast some non in Yagan, no, I can't book or seven on Yagan and talk. Why? That's a
all right, Jeffrey, into you, last one.
Thank you. That's great. Maybe chairman, you know, my back in Marcus, me more channel pay. There's no problem. Only said, Libya may come, a 7 day, me as some no, meaning say, Jesus for Bethlehem. Who can say one working temper and never know in Yagone. Okay, it has a Mr. Me put that's my policy. Now, but until officers a Ghana, you may be a. Ye nyema koso wela enka jo mama ebe tue say be president of Ghana bi wana
hypothetical and a hypothetical question obisa chene de nipa no hu nisa no mkoto mo nchen de you cannot question them
who say
echo mo base no so to aba mo
no so you fan say
that one there
you fan na Jafara case yes nye pato so na Jafara is the base Labour for home base and a conservative home base.
Of course, we are on the base.
Now, a dear Coco Ye, no, or person be leader of the nation, no, and you know, a more facilitator. Okay, Labour for be a cabby. It's the ending or more base in Tia Man and Capua. Now, me were pointing to me because I think. John Mama is the only person according to sources, no, the president and the vice, a city committee to investigate him. And I'm a
okay.
Lay there is bordered with corruption.
Yeah, revisit why are we still?
No. Me can't say because
because anytime we just 30 seconds.
But we are doing politics.
So it's just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Tomorrow we can have more time.
We are not here as a year friend say.
Don't drag matters. We are just 30 seconds. Then we will move on. We will take people. Now China at twice because your time is so for now already. Until we are born it too.
Okay. So me nyakwa enka masma me ka den e facing ya.
In fact, last caller na ono so mbrabi. Yeah, that's it. Papa Jeffrey Ensu dia no nti just a last punch na ya for 2 minutes call na ya wrap up na ya mayamuso anopay hot digital na wuti nti yanko na I'm say nipa nan kran ready na ntu a jume ne su tu na okay all right enche na ya mayamuso na yakọ nti enche bia na ya mayamuso nti jingle na so for
the news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Tune in to Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB. Now on DAB.
Now on DAB in London.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Tune in to Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB. Now on DAB.
25 now years on DAB in London. Radio experience. Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB. Waking you up to what's new, what's hot, what's trending, the headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Best Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
The interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Tune in to Hot Digital Online.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB.
Now on DAB. Now on DAB.
Now on DAB in London. Waking you up to what's new, what's hot, what's trending, the headlines, the updates, from sports to health, from current affairs to the conversations that matter. It's the Best Breakfast Show, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Hot Digital Online. Now on DAB.
I